one of the big questions on my mind is, did we leave too much on the table? We would close this and list it on the market. We would have to evict the squatters, right? And who knows, maybe we'd be able to just pay them to get off, cash for keys, essentially. So I was looking at that. Man, I don't want to deal with that remotely. I don't really like having any sort of legal litigation. I don't know if that's called litigation, if it's an eviction, whatever you want to call that. I didn't want to deal with that. I just wanted to flip it to someone local who knew what they were doing and move on. But there is part of me that looks at it and says, well, shoot, with the 7 extra acres and my conversations with that realtor that was the mobile home expert and sold a lot of land, we probably would have listed this somewhere between 450 and 500. And with the extra 7 acres, probably closer to 500. So if we sold that at 450, well, of course, we would have had to pay, 45 grand in commission and then closing costs. So that's about 400 out of it. And then, what was the cost to remove the squatters? What was the additional debt cost? Because I did have a lender fund this. And so probably would have made more, significantly more, but it's hard to say for sure. And I don't want the risk right now. Like you said, a bird in the hand is better than 2 in the bush. And so we took the bird and are moving on.
I think that's what has kept you in business for a lot longer than a lot of people that have, come in this space and left it, is when you start getting greedy, it really becomes dangerous. And we're not advising you of take the first offer always, but whenever you have a really good solid offer that you have as much certainty as you can have in this business, you got to take it. Because it's so much better to keep moving on, move on to the next thing.